Alright everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. And the video I have for you guys today is a pretty good one. Right now I'll be going over like this piece of equipment that I got to help me stand. So it's right here. So that is called a standing frame. I've had it for about like maybe like 5 days or so. I got it from Will to Walk. So they gave me a grant to get this. So they helped me with like the funding and everything. So if anyone watching this like needs help trying to get a standing frame, look up Will to Walk on like online or anything like that. You can find their website, and then you can apply for a grant, and they can help you with like bikes or anything else that you might need. This was what I wanted, so this is what I got. So thank you to Will to Walk for helping me out with this. So for the people that don't know how it works, so Roman, go ahead and get inside the standing frame so they could give a demonstration how it works. Alright, so don't move yet. So let's start down here. So obviously we got the foot things. You put your feet in there so they keep it in place. Then you sit on this seat that he's on right here. And then these things, go ahead and fold them down. So what they do is they lock out your knees. So as soon as like you start going up, you won't fall forward because your knees are locked out. So go ahead and start cranking it. So that lever right there pushes that seat up in the back, and then pushes the hips up, and then that locks out the knees. So then you can stay in place, keep on going, and you just keep on cranking till you're up at the top. Hold on. Back up here, and bang, that's how it works. So even Roman, like, he could go completely limp right now and he's just gonna stay standing. There it is. So go ahead and go down, and then to push it down, you just push it back, and then I guess it's like hydraulic or whatever, but it just slowly goes back down. So that's a standing frame. Benefits for the standing frame, there's a whole bunch. I could just list off like everything, because first off, you're standing. So that's the biggest thing. Like, it helps get weight bearing into the legs and into the bones. It helps get your body in that position. And then sometimes, like if you're sitting all day and then you get in this, you have like blood pressure issues, so you feel like really dizzy and everything. This will help work those out. So you just get used to being in the standing position, your body gets used to it. And then, oh yeah, spasms. So from being in like this seated position all day, my hips get really tight, my legs get really tight, and like they get like in this one position. But getting in the standing frame, it helps me kind of break out of that position and just get, you know, vertical. So I get like a really good stretch when I get into it. And yeah, so I'm gonna hop in this thing. I'm gonna show you guys a couple things that you can do in the standing frame. And yeah. And so like I showed you guys with Roman, I just pull this down and pull this down, move it forward, and then I can start cranking. So right now my body is kind of like really tight. So I'm working through like some spasms, like I was telling you guys. Alright you guys, so I'm in the standing frame now. Like I showed you guys, I got this thing down here locking on my knees. My feet are in the foot plate, and then I got this right here to prevent me from coming too far forward. So like usually on a lot of other standing frames I've seen, they have like a tray right here, so people can like stand up while they're eating, or you know, they're watching TV. Well, that doesn't matter, but you know, they can do like computer work or eating up here while they're standing. I didn't opt for that because it was like $300 extra. So yeah, we're just gonna make our own tray. I don't think it'll be that hard, and it just saved me 300 bucks. So that'll be a plus. So, and then in the back over here, we have just this thing like the seat, but usually for other people they have like a backrest, so it goes all the way up here, maybe to like the top of my back like that. So I can't do this, you know. It could like save me if I fall backward. But for me, I don't think I need it because if I do, I'll show you guys. If I do fall back, I can just pick myself right back up. So I can kind of just like sit up and crunch up where it's not like really a problem. So, and then it kind of works out because that thing was going to be like an extra it was like $300, $400. I forgot how much, but it was a lot more than what it needed. So come to the front. Whew, so hot. Florida heat is ridiculous. So the good thing about a standing frame is, for one, I'm up in a standing position. Two, is working out like the spasms and the tightness is giving my body a good stretch. And then three is putting like really good weight into my legs. So all my weight is supported by my legs right now, and some of this. This is just not locking out my knees. So it's just doing my knees job, you know, keeping my legs, instead of bending, just keeping it locked out. So yeah. So what we can do is like take advantage of being in a standing position. Instead of doing workouts seated, you can do them standing like this. So if, like, you wanted to do like oblique crunches, which is side to side movements. So you just dip to this side, then pull yourself up using this side, and then vice versa. If you're on going to this side, you use your other oblique to kind of crunch up. Alright. And then these look so good because I'm really good with my left side. My left oblique is just really strong. Alright. And then the right one is where the problem lies. So it just takes longer for me to get up. So people that are like really high levels, I mean, it might be, I don't know if it's a little different for you guys because I don't know much about like, you know, like the T1 or even like the C injury levels. But, you know, like if you wanted to try, if you have like a good hamstring, you can just kind of guide yourself down and then come up or pull yourself as you go up. So like you give yourself some assistance, you know, so you can kind of work on the smaller movement and gradually pull yourself up. So like give yourself a little help, but not too much. Yeah, so like I told you guys before, I'm a T3, T4, so pretty much chest down. I've been getting like a lot stronger in the core area. That's why I'm like able to do that and come back up. But another good exercise, if you guys want to work on core, is if you have one of these, like the chest things, you just push it out. Push it out as far as you can.
That lever.
Where's the lever? Okay. And then what we could do is like kind of like do a crunch. So what you do, you lean back and without using your arms, like put them across your chest, you come forward. But what you don't want to do, like you kind of want to just come up and stop at the top instead of coming up and falling forward like I do. So you want to kind of control it. Use your back muscles to stop you in that upright position right here. So that's a good one. So like I said, you come back, come up, stop, come back, come up, stop, and you just keep on going until you just, you know, find, or until you get better at it, until you like what you see. And then if you don't have the best core strength or back strength, then what you could do is you could just hold it right here so you don't fall backwards. And then if you need help going up, you just give yourself a little assistance with your hands, but not too much, or however you feel like you need, how much ever you feel like you need. You crunch up by using your hands just a little bit, and then you can stop yourself right here with your hands. Other stuff you could do is like something called ITYs. So it's using your back and your core muscles. So you put your hands straight out, try and squeeze your back to prevent you from coming forward. So put your hand straight out, T to the side, and then walk. So that whole time you're trying to keep your body as stable as possible without going sideways and all over the place like that.
Can you do that with weights?
Huh?
Can you do that with weights?
Yeah, you can do it with weights. It's going to be a little more challenging, but I think for the people that, adding weights, I think it's going to be a little more challenging. And if you're not that good at it right now, like I don't even think you should use weights. So, like, just work on focusing on those muscles. So, you know, if you're pretty bad at it, you just I, T, taking everything slow, focus on the back muscles and the core muscles, and keeping your body upright. And if you want to make it challenging, you do the same thing. You push this back, so that way it's not pushed up against you already. So then that way you have room to fall forward. Right? So let's say if I wanted to do it now, so that's just me supporting my weight. This is not doing anything. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not touching me at all. So if I do, see how I came forward, push it back. Yeah. So there's just like, if you get creative with the standing frame, there's a whole bunch of stuff you could do. Or you could just stand it, you know. Either way, you're getting, you know, pretty good work in for your body. But I just feel like as long as you're standing, you should try to be subduing something else. So yeah, I think as you guys try it, you come up with your own ideas. You know, whatever you guys come up with, if you want me to try it or you want anyone else to try it, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys come up with. Yeah. So as far as that goes, I think we covered that. And then what we could do is, alright, so as you guys can see, like my stomach is kind of poking out a little bit from like underneath this thing.
A little bit. Yeah.
So that's because my ab muscles aren't working, so everything, and my back muscles aren't working, so my back kind of curves inward like that. So it's supposed to be straight, but it goes like that. So then it pokes out my stomach forward, and my ab muscles can't push everything back in. So you can either do like two things. You can have these pads, but first off, this is electrical stimulation. So this will like send an electrical shock to your muscles and make them contract. So I did it yesterday. Like I put all these. I had 2 sets of pads. 3 go here on one side, 3 go on the other. And then what that does is it'll push all this in, and then it'll hold it there. So then that way you feel more stable and your muscles are working a little better. So you're able to put your body in a more comfortable position. Or you can put it on your back. So let's say you have trouble coming forward, you put the electrical stimulation on your back and it's going to hold you up like that. Alright? So I suggest getting this a lot. Like I try to put it on my legs while up here, so they get some work, you know, the muscles working, and then stomach, and then, you know, some people, they might put it on their glutes, which is like the butt muscles, or like on the side, side of the legs or the inside. It works either way. Like you just find out what you want to work on that day, you put the electrical stimulation on, and then you just do some sort of workout. And I promise you sleep a lot better at night. Like my first night I had the standing frame, I woke up feeling fine. Like I didn't wake up in no crazy position. I was still, you know, laying flat, and because usually I wake up like with my legs like in the seated position. I know a lot of you guys have that too. So like I felt completely fine.
Alright you guys, so that's about it for this video. I just want to show you guys, like for those that didn't know the standing frame, I want to show you guys how it worked, and then for the people that do have it, I just want to show you guys some things that you can do. Like I said before, I'll be coming out with a video like, you know, different exercises that you can do while in the standing frame, and just give you guys a whole bunch of options, so then there you can come up with your own stuff to do. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll be coming out with that video pretty soon, and also I'll come up with a video showing you guys how we make the thing for this, like the tray. So I'll show you guys how we did that in case anyone like has a standing frame like mine and wants a tray. Yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate the views, appreciate the support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.